James Lynch here for Flow Combat. I'm joined with Heather Hardy. Heather, how excited were you when this all came together? You'd be fighting on the New York card.
I know. I'm going to be in the Garden. I mean, what more could a fighter want?
Yeah, and how long was this in the works with you fighting for Bellator? How did this sort of all come together?
They just actually asked me right after my April boxing fight, and I was like, okay.
That's great. Did you know much about Bellator? Like, were you following MMA at all on top of your boxing career?
Well, Michael Chandler and I have the same protein sponsor, so talks kind of went through the sponsors and his people, and it was like, would she do it? Do I want to do it? Can I do it? You know, because the Invicta fight fell through, and I had been training anyway, doing work with the Gracies, so it happened, and here we are.
Yeah, and what happened in that Invicta fight, just for people who don't know? There was an injury, right? That's why it didn't take place?
Yeah, the day before we were flying out for the weigh-in, the girl pulled out of the fight, so nothing ever materialized.
How much have people been hitting you up for tickets? Obviously, being a local New Yorker, it must be your phone must be going off the hook.
Oh my gosh, tickets always come like in the last couple days, and I was telling everyone, like, I've been fighting for Lou for so long. Yeah. Like, he's like my dad. So I can call Lou and be like, listen, I have people owe me money, don't cash my check until after the fight, and he'll be like, fine. I can't tell them that. Right. So I'm like, you people have to bring me money now.
Yeah. And then as far as the opponent, how long did you know about the opponent? How much time did you have to prepare for this fight?
I think it's been about a month that they gave me the girl's name. I don't watch tape, my coaches do, so we were just really training to make the best Heather Hardy that we can. That's what we've done, 20 boxing fights. So.
And how do you feel like you match up against her now that your coaches have kind of assessed her as an opponent?
I suppose I feel confident. I don't care who it is, and I mean that. I not to be cocky or any type of way, because it's my first fight, but I feel really confident for Saturday.
And you've had a lot of experience in boxing, like you mentioned. You have a great record. Is there any pressure at all going into this, just with the fact you've had that experience?
I think there's always pressure for me. Like, all the people out there who want to see me lose, and all the people out there who want to see me win, I have to win for all of them.
And who are some of your main training partners helping you get ready for this fight?
I've been training with Daniel Gracie at his school, Renzo Gracie Fight Academy in Brooklyn. I've done some sparring at All-Star MMA. I did a lot of training with Ray Longo and Jamie Franco out in Law MMA in Long Island. I had some sparring partners out there. And of course, my world champion girlfriends from Gleason's gym have been beating me up, getting me ready.
Excellent. And how about the weight cut? Everything going according to plan to get down for the limit?
It sure is. I mean, I got like 2 pounds to go, so basically just to stop drinking my water tomorrow afternoon.
And I know what you're probably going to say here, but how do you see this fight sort of unfolding on Saturday? You want to keep it standing, obviously, to try and get the knockout?
I do, but, like, oddly enough, you work with the Gracies, and any Gracie going to teach you, they tell you, don't abandon your jiu-jitsu. So we've been drilling all this stuff to the point where I feel comfortable down there. So I'm almost excited to put on, surprise a few people.
And I know you're not looking past your opponent, but what's next after this? Is it to stay in MMA? Is it go back to boxing? Have you sort of mapped that out yet?
Well, I'm going to be co-promoted, so I'm going to do both. And I think that Lou and Bellator will just work out whatever makes the most sense for whatever comes next.
And if all goes well, though, do you want to get back in the cage anytime soon? I mean, this is a huge card.
I do. I think from here on out, looking towards what makes sense. Like, it makes sense for me to fight at the Garden. If Lou has a great event for me to fight at, maybe defend my title, maybe get up against someone to get a bigger title, then I'm with it. If Bellator has a better show for me, let's do it. I'm a fighter. I'm always ready to fight.